there's organizations like the CMS Garden, which has, almost a dozen different open source CMSs contributing and trying to make open source CMSs better. And WordPress isn't our competitor. They're our peer and our colleague. We can learn from them, and they can learn from us. And we don't need to, hold our nose up at some of these other CMSs, because the real risk to Joomla is the SaaS, the software as a service solutions, the Wix, the Weebly's, and the Squarespaces. That's what's grabbing market share from everyone right now. And I think there's a good future for Joomla. And so yeah, with that, I was interim treasurer for a while during this election. On the new transition, I was lucky enough to be permanently voted in as treasurer for the next term. That voting is going, just finished. And I have been lucky enough to speak at dozens and dozens and dozens of open source events around the world. And I love this software. I love these communities, and my full-time job now is evangelizing this technology. Mainly to the WordPress community, because that's what my employer is focused on right now, but I have opportunities to go to other PHP events and other general marketing events. I mean, I'm going to be at a Mommy blog conference, one of the largest in the country, talking to them about how to, own your content and not be held hostage by the software, so that creativity and the content can come first. And I've also met the majority of my friends through Joomla and these communities. I have lifelong friendships that I would never give up, and it's coming home. Joomla's family. Joomla means all together as a whole, and there's something special about this project that doesn't exist in every open source project. Only a few have this chemistry, and we have it. And that's what I think a lot of people forget, is that people are the most important resource we have. And we just need to work together to build a better Joomla. So, yeah, that's kind of my Joomla story. The analogy I use for Joomla and the CMS is, I say, look at your phone. The phone is hardware. You can run anything on the phone. You can run Android, you can run iOS. WordPress and Joomla, or whatever CMS you choose, that's kind of like the operating system. It's, Joomla is the operating system, and then apps are like the extensions to extend it. And it's very easy to not have a lot of technical knowledge to have the ability to extend the software and add different apps and do different things. And the thing I talk about when I say look at some of the other editors that are out there, and there's tools to make it easy and things, is that you own it. You create something and you own it. Some of those other solutions, you don't own your content, and you can't take it with you. And you never know what the future of your site's going to bring, and you want to be on open source so that you have freedom and control of your content.